think I might have said in my last video that I'd finished the floor, or done the floor. Not quite. Just laying the the old metal tape down to seal the edges of the PIR board, the insulation board, complete the vapour barrier. And then it will be done. Then I can properly screw down the ply, which is all cut to shape. So it's foil tape, just basically covers up the seams between the timber and the insulating board, the PIR board, and breaks any thermal bridges, and also acts as a vapour barrier, I gather. It's all new to me. Basically tin foil with glue on it, sort of. That's where I'm currently sleeping, by the way. I sleep here. Obviously the ply that's there and that bit of PIR board goes over here somewhere at night. So here's another possible bed design in the van build. So modified all the way across. Garage underneath style bed again, which I said I wasn't going to do. But this is very narrow, as you can see. Wide enough for one person. Long enough for me. What I could do though is if I put a bench in front of it down here with a backrest, the backrest could be on hinges. Maybe piano hinge all the way along. And then you can literally lift up the backrest to level the bed. And you make it, the bed, that much longer. What's that? a foot longer, say, just for ease, which turns it into a narrow double bed. And that also extends the storage, if ever I need to do that, which I won't. Goes over the bench. Then flip it back down again during the day. Backrest, bench. Doesn't leave much room for cabinets and the kitchen and that. But I could put the kitchen area here, along this area. Obviously, with this thing flipping up, it would need to be a foot. Start there, basically, the cabinet. That would be fine though, the kitchen area. Air fryer underneath, built in under there. Countertop and sink area that just comes out where the sliding door is. And then that doubles up as a shower. And then on this side, I could either have, well, certainly have a cabinet in here, probably a tall one. And then a little bench seat with a table, so a working area, a desk style thingy there. And the swivel seats. And a nice big open living room area with oak floor. Some very lightweight, softwood probably, maybe a hardwood. Very laminated, whatever. A floor that will look like a log cabin floor. And maybe a rug. And a dog. An Italian greyhound, obviously. Well, a little bit of sad news. Jimmy the jackdaw, who appeared earlier in the video, unfortunately passed away this afternoon, not long after the video was shot. So he's no longer with us. So yeah, we'd had him for a couple of weeks. He was found by a friend, and Sophie allowed him to live in a little aviary on her veranda for a while, but the cats were paying too much attention to him. So we decided to build him a much bigger aviary in another friend's garden. And he moved into that new aviary a couple of days ago, but he was very, very weak. And he was clearly some sort of underlying health problem because the feathers were not growing on his head. We did treat him with some lice powder and there was no sign of any feather mites or anything. But yeah, he was feeding so well in that new aviary. He was picking up ants off the ground and there were grasshoppers in there and all sorts of natural food, and he just loved mealworms and drinking lots of water earlier today. Eating lots earlier today, but just didn't make it. Within an hour or two of shooting that video, he passed away. So, very sad. I'm going to add on some clips now of him in better times. Yeah, slightly sombre end to the video, but here's Jimmy when he was a little bit healthier. Right, a quick interlude. I really hope you're enjoying my channel, and I get quite a lot of questions. How did you end up living in a car? How do you live in a car? And what are your plans going forward? Well, I've written a book on that subject, Breaking Free, by Cornish van dweller, funnily enough. You can find a link to where to purchase that in the description below this video, and where you'll also find links to my other books, such as this one, oddly enough, which is How to Write a Book on a Smartphone. And this book was actually written on my iPhone Mini 13 using voice to text dictation. And you'll also find this book, Bird Watching Around Ventnor. Link to that in the description below this video, and this one as well, Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor. I've written about 10 books, all of which are linked in the description below this video. Right, let's get back to watching my videos.